Hello everybody and welcome to Brewery Reviews with me, your host Jack. And right now we've got a little beer, another one from Amager Oppigårds from Copenhagen, Denmark. We've just had the Lubricated Labrador Double IPA, but this is Building Bridges, which is a collaboration with Oppigårds from Sweden. Hence the bridge between Sweden and Denmark, between Malmö and Copenhagen. And this is a nice little 7% IPA with some Pilsner malt, some wheat malt, some camera wheat, and honey. And they're using Hercules, Chinook, Columbus, Citra, Centennial, Cascade, and Amarillo with some USL yeast. So it's a who's who of hops. Surprise, surprise. The honey is a nice addition. That should be maybe that'll add to some malt character. And there's a bit of wheat in there as well with some carrot wheat. Once again, artwork on the bottles is really cool. I like the Lubricated Labrador because of Bessie the Labrador. This one's pretty cool because you've got some kind of steampunk cool little half ship guy with a it's a bridge. There's a guy with a bridge for a head, and then some little kind of demon dude on the corner as well. Nice artwork at least. Yeah, pretty cool. So let's crack this open and see what we have. So in the glassware, it pours a nice little bit of just a tiny little bit of haze of a beautiful orangey colour, almost golden. Lovely, nice bit of lacing on the top as well. Nice head that seems to be sticking around for the ride, just about a finger, I suppose. Looking pretty cool. So let's get in there and give it a smell. Whoo, boy, that's juicy. Wow, it's really orangey. Hit grapefruit as well, and some nice dankness underneath it. It's like a classic West Coast IPA sort of thing. Nice sweet citrus and grapefruit. A little hint of dankness to it too. Smells pretty awesome. Smells pretty awesome. Oh yeah, so cheers everyone. Let's get in there and give it a try, shall we? Yeah, it's totally all West Coast in the best possible way. There's this nice hit of dankness throughout the entirety of it, that kind of nice herbaceous weedy note. There's loads of sweet citrus and grapefruit in it too. Finishes with a nice punch of bitterness at the back of the palate and ends quite dry too. So you get this kind of long-lasting flavour, this long-lasting finish. Make sure I take another sip of your beer as well. There is some nice supporting malt character in it as well. It's not just about the hops, although it's mainly about the hops. I'd suggest it's just aiding that kind of fruity orange note that comes through. It's this nice sweet orange, and then you get that kind of more pithy grapefruit. And as it finishes and dries up, it gets more bitter and kind of more dank, I suppose. And that initial hit, I was going to say it tastes honeyed, and that probably makes sense if they use quite a fair bit of honey in it. But it's just a nice, a sweet caramelly flavour at the beginning of the beer. It just lets you enters you nice and gently, and then you get that punch of nice hop notes. Despite the fact that it finishes quite dry, it's got plenty of body, probably aiding to the 7% ABV, and there is a nice carbonation to it. I don't know if you can see in the glass, but there's quite a bit of bubbling going on in my glass in my hand. I like that. It's a really good all-round one. In comparison to, say, the Lubricated Labrador from our previous review, which was really quite sweet, had a really quite intense malt flavour that probably held the same ground as the hop character, if that makes sense. There was a lot of sweetness, but there was a nice juicy note to it as well, an element, but it wasn't the most intense double IPA, and it was certainly almost like almost barley wine-esque, American barley wine-esque, as in really hoppy, but sweet and malty. This one's definitely much more towards the classic US styles, where it's a lot drier. Yes, there is a hell of a lot of malt. I reckon if this was aged, if this was a 6-month, 12-month, whatever old bottle, like some of the beers we do get across in the UK from, say, like Sierra Nevada and stuff, they're not always the freshest. The malt character just raises up, and actually you can find quite a lot of US IPAs are pretty sweet. But this one is as fresh. It's November 2016 is the best before date, so I'm assuming it was November, but this one was brewed. It's batch 1191. So yeah, I'm assuming that's relatively recently, thinking of other batches we've had, and that Lubricated Labrador was not too far away from 1191 in terms of batch number. Fresh, massive and hoppy, nice resinous, grapefruity thing, classic West Coast, really good. Like it a lot. I like it a lot. So please let me know if you're trying this beer. It's pretty cool. It's a nice colour beer, and I don't know if it's going to be one of their core ranges, but I remember seeing this beer around about 6 months ago, so it must be a rebrew, I assume. Please like, favourite, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know what you think about these beers. I think Amager do great IPAs. And until the next Brewery review, cheers everyone.